Okay, well I think we're off to a pretty good start here so far, so let's see if we cannot kill any beavers today. Well, not kill as many beavers today, I should probably say. We already have a decent stockpile of food as well as some water, so whenever the drought eventually does come, I think we're going to be prepared for it. And we're already learning from our past mistakes and have already started making a dam over this little river here. So I'm definitely a bit more positive about this run so far. The only thing that's caused me a bit of concern is maybe not having enough wood. So I think we will need to tackle that a lot sooner than later. In fact, we already have over 60 signs, which means we should be able to buy the forester. So let's get that up and running ASAP. And that's a message for the drought incoming, so we only have 3 days to really prepare for this. And we've placed down our lumber mill just to get our planks out, as well as our beaver wheel just to power it up. So as long as we do have enough wood to create those two things, then we'll have the planks in order to make the forester, to then get some more wood. At the moment though, finishing off this dam here is definitely my top priority. I also think I'm just going to get rid of the potatoes here, because even with the grill we're going to require some wood as fuel to use, and wood is too much of a resource that we need at the moment to actually just burn away for potatoes. So let's get rid of the potatoes and instead just plant a lot more carrots, seeing as they're going to get us through this. I can already see the dam starting to have an effect here, with the water slowly going away just from that edge, so hopefully this dam idea is going to work here and just keep this little bit of land hydrated enough. And with the beavers working 24 hours a day, they really should have this up and built ASAP here. Come on guys, we've only got another 2 days before the drought comes. That's much better. Right, I've marked these dead trees to be cut, and I've got a pathway just leading up to them, which we will put down a woodcutting flag, and hopefully they will get some more logs. These lazy beavers over here, we're going to pause your buildings, and hopefully you'll go over there. No, don't go into the grill, that's also going to get paused. Right, that's much better, little beavers. We'll get this dam made in no time. Well, there's the drought started, but I think we have just got enough logs to make this dam, and the beaver has made it. Well done guys. Right, hopefully this is going to keep all the water here, because here comes the drought. So far so good actually, because this is on a different elevation, the water seems to be staying down here and the dam is doing its job. I can see the water starting to disappear just underneath it, but it's keeping it here in this little U-bend, so I think we should be okay for this drought. Well, that's our lumber mill now up, so once they get our power beaver wheel made, as well as the gears, we should start being able to produce some planks. And because we now have this dam, I think I can draw a path over it and then head towards these trees over here, so we can get even more wood to chop down. So at the moment, logs shouldn't be too much of an issue, but we definitely will need to start regrowing them sooner than later. And that was a rather quick 3 days. That's the drought now ended, but it really hasn't affected us here too much, so I'm pretty pleased about that. Oh, I just removed the little block that was there stopping the water coming in, and the water has come in and overflown a bit. It now seems to be receding. Okay, maybe should have waited until the actual water had started flowing down more properly than doing it too early there, but crisis averted. All of our newly planted carrots are starting to blossom, so we are just going to have carrots for absolute days. They are definitely not going to starve this run. That I guarantee you. I'm most likely going to eat those words later on. But good news, the power wheel is made, and I think this little beaver here is currently making our gears for us. Yes, he's nearly done it. So we should now have our lumber mill up, which means we should now start being able to produce some planks. So let's set our forester hut to highest priority so that it's done next. And I'm just going to have him planting some birch trees pretty much just all over here, I think. And I'm not sure if he can reach this far, but we'll put some pine trees down here as well. And again, not sure about his reach, but let's put some maple trees over here too. We'll just have lots of different trees in lots of different areas. We have a power hamster beaver in the wheel, which means we should now be producing some planks. Okay, perfect. Things are actually going really smoothly here, so something awful is going to happen, I reckon. Our population is now 21 and it's growing pretty quick actually. So I think we might need to get some more food and water resources put in. Ideally we should have another water pump, I think, especially because we're getting a lot more water tanks here. So I'm just going to place some dam blocks right about there, and then we're going to get out a water pump and connect it there. And I'm tempted to move this one just over a little bit, and that will allow us to connect this path up here as well. Okay. You beavers have got plenty of work ahead of you. And that's our forester now up. We just need a worker inside it, which we now have one, so I'm just waiting to see them come out here and start replanting some of these trees for us, which is actually out here doing that right now for us. Okay, grand. So now we're going to have some trees planted as well, and that's just going to give us even more wood. We've accumulated quite a lot of science, so what should we look into making next? An irrigation tower could be useful, especially if we could turn some of this dead land here into some fertile land for us. Or we could get some more housing for our beavers, which means I could have even more beavers working for us. Well, in this little housing area that I have down here, I've got this rooftop terrace which isn't yet built, because we don't have any way for them to actually get up to it. So I think I'm just going to be boring and buy this platform for 100 signs and place that there, so then at least they can actually use this rooftop. And our warehouse is complaining that the building is full, so I actually need to make another one. Yes, because I can't build a larger warehouse yet. Okay, well let's put another smaller warehouse. Yeah, like that actually. And we'll get some stairs going into it, another platform, and we'll just connect it by a path. Perfect. I might place down some more science buildings just so we can get some more points up a bit quicker. That should be 4 then in total, 5 in total, yep, I can count. Now we just need some unemployed beavers to actually fill up those positions. We have 5 in a hauling post, which is this building over here, and this assists workers within a district in carrying goods and greatly increases their productivity. I don't know if I necessarily need 5 of them in there at the moment. I could maybe have 5 of them being scientists for us instead. And at the speed of our little forester beaver, I'm also wondering maybe to place in another forester just to help with planting some of these trees. Let's place another forester about there, and then what we can do is get some blueberry bushes and just plant them all down here with our other blueberry bushes. And we can just plant some more trees just up here at the back. Not sure if they will plant on this patch here. That's maybe where the irrigation tower may have come in more handy. Some of the kids have grown up and are now unemployed, so I might not actually need to take any of them out of the hauling post. In fact, at the moment I'm just going to increase the workers in the hauling post, then we'll get them out here and going into these inventor huts. But with more hauler beavers working for us, I do see that we are transporting a lot more resources a lot more efficiently around the place. So yeah, that is actually quite a decent building, come to think of it. Water is slowly maybe going to start becoming an issue here. Food, we have food for absolute days, that is no issue at all, but water, I definitely think we might need to get this other water pump up here. Let's put that to highest priority so they do that next. The tree front here is looking good, but it's definitely going to take them a few more days before they grow properly for us to then cut them down, so we are kind of using all of the resources around us at the moment. There's a little forest here actually that we can deforest. And in fact, I have just noticed all of the dead trees over here as well. Okay, we could maybe move a bit further out for some more wood if we really need them. And there's also an old ruined city over here as well for metal. I've yet to look into metal actually, that could be interesting. I think that's us now officially out of trees within our reach here. There's maybe a couple more. Okay, so we are going to need to expand further down here. Although this little beaver is actually chopping them down there. Well, maybe I'll just have them working at this flag. Oh, I don't think it reaches actually. Okay. Let's get a path down to here then. I just need to double check that this path is still within this district, which it ends about here with the red. Okay, so we may need to think about having different districts soon. but I should be able to put some wood cutting flags somewhere just about here and there. And that should cover this little forest here for our wood. And if you guys are over here doing absolutely nothing, then that's not happening. Get your asses to work. We've got some lumberjack flags over here for you to go do. And we've again got that annoying tick of a drought incoming. Another 3 days until it comes, and I really need this water pump made ASAP, guys, because our overall water is very, very low. But our little forester beaver is now over here planting some pine seedlings, so they will all start blooming for us at some point. So at least that's 2 different forms of trees that we're going to have here, and hopefully if we time it right, once one set of them is cut down, another set will be nearly ready to be harvested, and then again for our maples too. And they just finished the building right there. Okay, if we had another worker in it now, that would be lovely, because that should hopefully solve all of our water issues here. Beavers really shouldn't be too hungry, because we have plenty of food. Although I think just because they're working 24 hours, they are absolutely exhausted. So we're just sleeping outside at the moment. But that's their problem, not mine. Well, I mean, it is my doing that they are working so hard, but soon they'll get a rest whenever the drought comes. Oh, the trees have now sprouted actually. So let's set these lumberjack flags to actually operate again, and they can cut down some of those. Okay, perfect. Things are actually still going pretty well here at the moment, and they finally have finished the platform here, which means that they should be able to use the rooftop terrace. This building isn't connected to any district centre by paths. Oh, do I just simply need to put a path like that? Yes. Okay, well they can now use the rooftop terrace, and this is going to satisfy their social life, which I reckon means that the beavers might be happier and might last longer, which means they should then work longer for us. Okay. I can give you guys stuff like that. I hadn't realised we had so many more science points again. Damn, we're getting that in quick. Well, let's actually buy them some proper housing then. 250 science points, that's absolutely fine. So they can get some new shiny housing, which, if I just place some like this. Oh, I see, that's actually above, which means I will need my platforms. So we'll just put a couple over like that, and we'll get some stairs leading up to them as well. Interesting design, but this is going to allow us to have 9 beavers live inside it, which just means some more workforce for me. Well, the drought is going to begin anytime soon, so let's just put your beaver working hours down to 16 of them, and that should be us for another 3 days or however long this drought is going to last for. Yep, there it started again. But I still think we're going to be absolutely fine here. So long as the water in this area doesn't disappear, then we should be fine. Which it's not. And again on the opposite side, it's not receded down here at all at the moment. Okay. I think we're fine. Our lumberjack beavers are slowly taking away the trees in this area here, but our forester is quickly coming back and replanting them. So this is just an absolute marvellous little setup we have here. I think we will prioritise our second forester at the moment, then they can plant some more berries for us and come over here and plant some more trees for us as well. Our little invention huts for science, they are coming along a treat. We just need some more workers inside them, which I'm hoping we will get some more workers once we get our new beaver housing up and running here, and then they can give me some more babies for some more workforce. Everything is going really well. Well, seeing as everything is actually going pretty well here, I think we should maybe ruin that and see if we can expand out by putting down another district, which we can do by placing down another district centre. And maybe let's start thinking about expanding over to this area here, because there's a few more trees for us to cut down, there's some berries, but I would really like to start blocking off the water a bit further up here, just so that we keep more of this land hydrated. I need to see how far this district reach is, so I'm just going to place down some paths just until it kind of runs out of it. Okay, that should be plenty of pathing there, so This takes us just to about there, which is a fairly decent reach actually. So I should be thinking about placing this district centre maybe somewhere over here, just so that it can expand out further this way, but still attached to the main road there. Might regret my decision, but I'm going to place the district centre there, just so that we can even take advantage of this area behind. So I can't connect the path to this little part here, because it tells me that the districts must be separated by a gate. So our district number 1 has a reach to about here, so maybe if I take out this path here, and then place in this district gate about there. That still allows our district 1 to go to there, and if I connect the pass here for district 2, that takes us right to there as well, and that looks really good to me actually. So then I can start thinking about placing in some other paths just along the way here, and even put in some buildings like a lumberjack flag, and that can deal with the wood there. Maybe a gatherer's flag up as well. And whenever the water comes back in, maybe put down some water towers about here as well. Okay, this could be the start of a new district here. A lot more land for us. Just not quite sure what to place in it yet. And that's the drought ended there. So we have survived our second drought, or third drought I think, seeing as we are now on cycle 3. And so far, we're only having beavers die of old age. No one is starving, and no one is dying of dehydration. I am interested in seeing just how much of the land is going to get rehydrated around here with this water coming down, which is quite a lot actually. Okay, this really could be a potentially good second district for us. A lot of trees and berries here. Alright then, let's see if we can migrate any of our beavers over to this new district then. So we're going to migrate population from District 1 to District 2. I can send over 23 adults. Let's maybe send over 8 to begin with. And here they all come over, so we'll see what jobs they all take up, but there's plenty for them to do around here. I think I actually might need to mark out some tree cutting areas for them. And these two have already gotten started on some work here, so we'll get some berries collected and we'll get some wood chopped as well. Which does mean I should probably put in some storage for them. And this little beaver here is already starting to remove this blockade, so water is now going to come in here. And that actually does hydrate a lot of the land around here as well. I will need to give our little beavers some homes over here, so let's just put down some of our new tier 3 ones. So that's some housing for them. We have some food for them. Maybe putting a farm down in this area might not be a bad call. And they've got some water here as well. So maybe the new beavers in this district will have a bit of a fighting chance. We'll soon find out, I suppose. But we're still going to require some planks for our forester build, so I have placed down another lumber mill with our power wheel beside it, so hopefully that will take care of any planks for them. Our beavers were starting to complain that they were thirsty, but we've got a new water pump up here, so that should take care of that for them. I'm also going to place down a dam there, and once I remove that blockade there, maybe place down another one just so they can cross over here. And I don't know if I can put a dam like that. I'm not sure if that'll be a good idea or not, just to stop the water. Although I'm not sure if our beavers will be able to reach that, so I might need to pull some more dams over like that and place in some stairs. I'm really not sure. This might just be a complete mess there, but I'll let them sort that out for me. Well, I'm actually going to end here because things are going well. And I've not ruined it yet, so let's quit whilst we're ahead. And I'm really pleased that our little district is up and running pretty nicely here. We are starting to survive some droughts that are coming our way, and no beaver has starved to death or has dehydrated to death today, so that's also another winner in my book. So thank you very much for watching today's episode of Timberborn, and if you have enjoyed this episode, then why not give the video a like, and subscribe to our channel as well, just to keep up to date with our beaver progress here. Next time, we'll look into expanding out our second district here a bit better, but until then, bye for now everyone.